the healers as well and practitioners, like remembering to look after themselves. Like I feel like so many of my friends that are like yoga teachers and healers and tarot readers, like in the first round of sort of like lockdown, everyone kind of went to like into like service mode, but then like as it went on later, a lot of people were like, I'm just burnt out, like
100%.
being burnt out and needing to kind of like have
Really?
some TLC.
Absolutely. And I experienced that at the end of January,
Yes,
where my body just freaked out because I had been just going hard for like, 9 months or whatever, like literally doing up to 8 tarot sessions a day sometimes. And plus I'm a death doula. So those services went through the roof during the time of pandemic because there's so much death. So I'm doing a lot of, living on Zoom. And of course, I'm the type of person, I can't say no, and I basically at the end of January, my body just went, you know what, stop.
Yeah.
And it just freaked right out. And I had to take a rest for like the month of February, basically. And not, not do any sessions for a whole month in order to get some rest. And it's funny because, the spirit is willing and I'm like, no, I could do this. But the body just says, stop.
Yeah.
you need to, if you don't, I'm going to make you.
Yeah.
So
and it's taking heed, isn't it? Because we have all these little red flags and warning signs and we're like, no, I'll be okay, or like I want to help this person, because and the lines get so blurred when you do what you love as well. Like you it's hard it doesn't always feel like work, so then it's harder to switch off. Like if you're doing an office job or any kind of job that you weren't enjoying, it's so much easier to clock off at 5 o'clock, isn't it?
It completely is. But yeah, if your heart and your soul is into it, then it's those lines are, it's a challenge to be able to be able to have those good boundaries. And also as a healer and a practitioner to seek the care and the self-love and the support that you need to care for yourself, because you're not much help or service to those who need it if you can't do it for yourself. So I've been trying to also just make sure that I have sessions with other healers and practitioners or doulas and able to have the reciprocal support. So that's really important too through the process.
Yeah. And I think it's like walking our talk in a sense of like, why would we expect someone to see a healer if we're not looking after our own? It's like, oh yeah, come and see me for thing, like because you need it, but like we should need it as well. It's not like, it's like do as what is it? Not, I can't remember. Is it do as I say, not as I do? Like, but actually like do, I don't know, I'm getting it so mixed up, but it's so important. Like I think people forget that, and I think so many people think like, oh yeah, I'm a healer now, like, and you've got the tools, but you forget to use them yourself. And it's so different when you're doing it on yourself as to when you're in receiving mode, and an energy healer or a doula or someone else is like working with you, or you're having a reading with someone and they're giving you a different perspective.
Yes, you need to take your own advice. The advice that you're giving others and the support and care you give others, don't forget to give it to yourself too.
Do you find that like when you do tarot readings, like where you're like, oh, I need this, I feel like this is a message for me as well? Do you get that?
I've had that from time to time. Like the temperance card comes up and I'm like, oh yes. Nice little reminder there. I need to like not burn the candle at both ends here and make sure that I balance my mind, body, and spirit here. And definitely I'll get the little pokes and I'm like, okay.